they molt. If you get too close, if you frighten them, they'll become heat stressed, and the chances are they won't make it. So particularly on a day like today. So please do be very sympathetic towards those poor wild penguins. The birds we have here, as you can see, don't mind people at all. They're quite used to being looked at. They don't mind standing out in the open. Great for photo opportunities. Really nice to be able to see them in the pool there. And they're not at all stressed, even though there's so many people visiting them today. So the reason we keep these penguins in here is, of course, that you can get close up to the penguins, learn a little bit about these awesome birds without having to disturb the wild ones. The birds in here have all at some stage been rescued as injured adults or abandoned chicks. So from time to time, unfortunately, we do have to rescue the penguins. Really good care is taken of any rescued birds until we're able to release them. That is, of course, our aim. And we are usually successful. We rarely have birds who are unable to release. The birds in here, though, over the years have all been deemed just that, unsuitable for release. But as I said, it's a great opportunity for you to get close up to the penguins. By keeping these birds here, you actually get the chance to see a little penguin on Penguin Island, which for most of the year is actually not possible, certainly during the daytime. In fact, for most of the year, we probably should call the island Seagull Island rather than Penguin Island. Still lots of them around at the moment. We do actually have the largest breeding colony of little penguins here in Western Australia. The numbers at the moment estimated to be at around 1,000 adult birds. So Penguin Island is a really special place for these birds. They are the only species of penguin that you find living and breeding in Australia. Little penguins found all around the southern coastline, all around Tasmania, of course, and also in New Zealand. But as I said, Penguin Island, the largest breeding colony in Western Australia. See if I can get Sassy to come over. The penguins in here range in ages from the very youngest bird is 15 weeks old. His name is Splash, with his head up out of the pool at the moment and very pale eyes. Splash was rescued as quite a young chick. He'd been dragged around the beach by the seagulls. Some visitors found him. He was very badly cut, very badly bruised, absolutely tiny, very, very thin. Wasn't expected to survive. Ordinarily, when we rescue young birds, it's very easy to get them back out into the wild, but little Splash there, the exception. So, as a wild bird, he would now be fully grown and fully independent. He's fully grown, but not so independent, unfortunately. So he had to stay here. This one here is Sassy. Sassy is the next up in age. So we go from 15 weeks old to Sassy at 8 years old. And then we go all the way up to Luke, who's now 20 years old. So 20 years is a fantastically good age for a little penguin. Just shows how well looked after these little birds are in here. In the wild, 7 to 10 years is the average life expectancy. So some of our penguins in here doing particularly well. On average in a day, our penguins here on a normal day, over 3 meals, will eat around 40 or 50 of these small schooling fish in a day. But prior to molting, they can eat quite a lot more. Piggy, who's sadly no longer with us, he was, of course, our penguin with the record for eating the most amounts of fish. He lived to well over 20, so he did very well. But Piggy, in one day prior to molting, managed to eat 250 of these fish. So these birds really got off all his stomach. As you can see, Sassy is a little bit spoiled. Sassy's actually feeding as if he were a chick. And Sassy's not. Sassy's 8 years old. So these birds are quite spoiled. They get everything their way. They're really good at training the humans, and we're not so good at training the penguins. To train these birds, we need to make them go hungry. And they'll go for days without food, and we're usually the ones that give in first. As a result, we have 5 who refuse to feed, but it is something we're working on. So breeding for little penguins takes place mainly in the winter months, but it does go from June right through until November. They do, of course, nest in burrows. They dig burrows under the thick vegetation, where the female lays 2 little round white eggs. They share the incubation here, and they take it in turns. They take 5 weeks to hatch. When they hatch, they're quite tiny. They weigh about 20-25 grams. 2 little penguin chicks fit snugly into the palm of your hand. Parent birds continue to share the care of the young for a very short time, just 9 to 10 weeks. These birds are fully grown and also fully independent. So, not surprisingly, not so many survive their first year. Here, only 3 in 10 are expected to do so. Fortunately, they will double brood on occasion if there's plenty of fish around.